Hey, it's ladies summer read 11 to my Bible, to my says peace by the word. I just want to show you something new that I have learned about maintaining my wicks / freeform locks, semi-freeform, whatever you want to call them. Instead of rubber banding them in place, I actually braid the new growth into the lock itself and just let it grow out and let it pop up on its own. The one thing that you gotta be careful is do not braid too tightly, because you can actually make the lock weak. So what I do, instead of rubber banding them, some of them will need rubber bands because they're not completely locked yet, and they have a different hair texture, different pattern, whatever. So some of my locks got braided roots, but they're not tight. So I braid the new growth in from the roots, and it's braided in. And sometimes I might add a rubber band just to hold it in place, or I'll crochet it in place. So that's one way I have learned about maintaining my freeform locks, semi-freeform wicks. Another thing is don't over oil your hair, because when you over oil, you're disturbing your locking process. So the less oil, the better. And plus, it's a royal pain in the ass when you go to work the next day sweating like a freaking rainforest, and your head is like all day long. It's because the oil and your natural sweat, and plus the natural sebum mixed up together, it's a mess. So I try to cut back on the oiling. So the less oil that you put in your hair, the faster it locks. And temperature, warm water makes your hair lock a lot slower. But when you use cold water, it locks faster because your hair contracts. And the other thing is about the last thing about my wick journey I have learned so far in the last 2 years is keep my stupid hands out of my hair. So because I constantly had to put rubber bands in, replacing them every 2 weeks or less, so I was like, you know what, some of them broke off. So I said, you know what, I'm going to let them do what the hell they want to do. And the less manipulation, the better. My locks are actually thickening up a little bit, so that's good. And then I decided just to use a crochet hook to hold it into place, and less oil makes your hair less slippery. So less manipulation, less oil, except for the sides where there's no locks, and basically patience. It's all about patience with freeform locks, semi-freeform wicks. I still got 24. It's hard to tell, but they're all there. I love my babies, and a lot of times I do this. It's because it's a soothing thing, but do I do this all day long? No. Also, if you rub your scalp like this with your fingers, or that, or just rub your fingers with it like this, boing, boing. It brings good blood circulation to your scalp. So any rubbing with the fingers, like you're just chilling out, just do this. That's what I do every single time, like maybe like 3-4 minutes a day, and then you're good. So keep on vibing, because I says peace, spread the word.